Welcome back to Limbus Company, Daily Mirror Dungeon. We're gonna do Mirror Dungeon 3 hard early today, of course, because there's not really anything noteworthy happening in the update for me to feel the need to wait. And of course, this is a bad idea, but we don't have too much longer of Mirror Dungeon 3 hard before it gets replaced, so it's about time I think I did a base center run, base E.G.O run as well, and just see how it goes, I suppose, right? Might as well. We're starting with Full Wish of Stars, so we'll have at least, something to our name. I went with Tremor because I feel like it's the best one. I'm also testing out some different mic settings, so it might be different, but I may have fixed, like, the bad quality problem at the cost of changing some other things. We'll see how it works out. I can't really test it too well, without doing a full episode, so I figured might as well. Anyways, let's get into it. Yeah, I have pre-selected the team I'm going to be using. Some of these guys fairly obvious, some of them not so much. Like, these four I think are fairly obvious choices, because they're all really good. And the other two, it's because I'm trying to focus on Tremor a little bit, and, like, you could be good. You've got, like, a high rolling skill 3. She's only got, like, single coin skills, which isn't good, but it's worth a try, right? And then Merso, he's got Chains of Others, which is going to be very important against, like, bosses and stuff, I think. So he's got to factor in the base E.G.Os. Do have all the base E.G.Os out there as before, though, so that's good at least. Might help out. Only time will tell. I think I did a base center only run for Mirror Dungeon 3 hard, right? Or Mirror Dungeon 2 hard, I mean. I have not done one for Mirror Dungeon 3 hard, though, I don't think. And we'll have to see how well this goes, because chances are not great. We do have a bunch of Tremor gifts, though, so we're starting with a lot of really useful stuff, and we'll be able to upgrade them really soon. I do think the best bet probably would have been, the best choice probably would have been Rupture, just because the Rupture Tier 4 gift is super good. I think Rupture is, like, the most common status effect on base IDs, I'm fairly certain, because there's 4 base IDs with the Rupture, which is almost enough to be able to trigger the fusion gift with them. Because it's G-Corp Otis, or no, not G-Corp Otis, god. Normal Otis, base Otis, Hong Lu, Sinclair, and Gregor all have Rupture, I believe. So that's 4. Not enough for, like, the full Rupture team. But either way, the Rupture tier 4 is just super good. Thrill is just good at just damaging people pretty quickly. But this Tremor spam should also help out a fair bit. We'll have to see how well some of this stuff goes, though. It's really hard to tell. I don't use base IDs very frequently, so, we'll see. I also don't know if my choices were the best. Quite a few of the base IDs are kind of really in a big blind spot for me. In the fact that, like, I think they're kind of average as far as they go. That's the kind of realm that, like, Rodion, Sinclair, and Gregor kind of fall under, right? And also Dawn. Where, like, they might be fine? They're not great, of course. They're not good. I just don't use them well enough. I think base Gregor especially, I think I've, like, never used. Probably, like, probably the base ID I've used least, I feel like. I don't know, which is a shame, because I really like base Gregor. I really like Funny Bugman. Like, as far as the sprites go and whatnot, but I just never use him, because I don't know, whenever you're running base IDs, you're either running the best or the worst. So those 4 I listed just kind of don't fall into those categories most of the time. I think Ishmael probably falls into, like, the weaker. I don't know, actually. I feel like base Ishmael might just be decent. Yeah, in case you're wondering, so the reason why there might be some weird stuff going on with the mic is what I've done is I've noticed the issue is only with my it's an OBS issue. It's not my mic. It's OBS's, like, encoder thing. So in order to fix it, I've basically merged, like, because I used to separate, like, the game audio and my mic audio into, like, 2 different audio tracks. Because it's nice. That's how I do stuff like, like the outro when the music fades away, but you can still hear my voice, like, perfectly clear. It just more convenient, allows me to manage that kind of stuff a little bit easier. I don't really make use of it too often, though, so it's probably just a waste of space, if anything else, but that's fine. Yeah, so I'm trying to just not do that anymore. I only have it set to 1 audio track, and it should work. I guess I don't know. For all I know, like, nothing is gonna get picked up in the first place. Knowing me, I really wouldn't be surprised. It should be fine, though. I should have tested out more. I tested it and everything seemed fine. But the issue always for OBS was longer recordings is where things would fall apart. I don't know. I'm very like clueless when it comes to audio equipment in general, so maybe my mic is just faulty. But it seems fine most of the time whenever I'm like recording like short little test things. I don't know, that's enough of that though. If you're probably not here for the random like technical jargon stuff that I don't even understand myself. We gotta focus on the task at hand, right? Who's going to this? Who doesn't need just you? Okay, you need to just get one heads here, yeah. Didn't want to risk one of those 1 coins. Coffee and grain should be pretty good for us. We're gonna need a lot of resources because we're gonna need a lot of ego spam, right? Either way, we can get downboard ++ so that we turn burst everyone twice a turn, and then we get Bell of Truth ++ so we can actually inflict decent damage by just getting stupid fragile amounts. Green Spirit, because might as well. Nixie Divergence, might as well, right? Focus on the Tremor. That should be good for now. Blunt weak fight, who knows what that could be. Okay. Revive Morel. That's fine. I'm not very concerned. Ooh, maybe I should be a little more concerned. She had a decent chance of winning that clash, but she just got 1 tails and everything fell apart. And she almost got staggered. Not quite, though. Healing is also another thing we kind of really need. If we get, like, Homeward or something, that would be super good for us. And also, something to keep in mind, Snaggerpoon is a Tremor Burst. So it could be really good if we get those Tremor amounts super high. I really feel like some of these other E.G.Os, it would be really funny if they were Tremor Bursts, but they're just unfortunately not, those two especially. You're the only base ID who's got a Tremor Burst. You've got the only Tremor Burst base E.G.O. And by base E.G.O, I mean, well, base E.G.O. Because technically, you know, Liger Domain is a Saiyan, but it's not a base E.G.O, right? Your skill 3 is also Tremor Burst, though, so it's nice as well. The sooner we can stagger enemies, the better, that's for sure. And, like, I know, like, very obviously, this is a very possible run to do, especially with Full Wishes stars. I don't know if I acknowledge that enough, but, like, Mirror Dungeon really isn't that hard, even when you run really bad stuff. So many people can manage, like, so many stupid solos. You can solo with basically any unit you want in Mirror Dungeon, even 3 hard. Often that'll require, you know, like, really good luck, getting good EO gifts, and, you know, resetting until you get good fights. But either way, like, I understand that they're not really hard most of the time. Even though, you know, it's in the title. I don't really play it as a challenge, though, right? I play it as a how quickly can we absolutely shred these, like, weak little guys. That's the fun way to go about it, in my opinion. Like, if you're looking for a challenge, I mean, I guess you've got Refraction Railway. That's not as replayable as... I'm sure there's people who do Refraction Railway far too much, though, just trying to maximize it, but still. Not to, like, that insane of a degree. Life Pack is nice. I'm probably just gonna take Sticky Muck, though. Defense power-up will be rough when we get to evade skills and the like, but Sticky Muck is pretty good for us. We've got a fair bit of Pierce, I think. Ooh, Nebulizer. We should probably take that. Going for some poise stuff could be really good. Merso skill change? More skill 2s actually might be a good idea. Yeah, we'll roll with that. His skill 2 is a Tremor Burst, after all. Prejudice is healing for someone at low HP. Could help out. Probably shouldn't have bothered re-rolling there, but oh well. Phantom Pain is nice, though. I think we'll be fine. We press on. Pierce Risky Encounter. Actually, it's probably a bad idea to go for this on floor 2, because it might be T-Corp. I know T-Corp can show up in floor 2, Pierce Risky Encounters. It's just crabs, though, so that's fine. Yeah, we're gaming. Do we even have a lot of Pierce? I don't know why I thought we had a lot of Pierce. It might just be your skill 1 and skill 3. Yeah, we really do not have a lot of Pierce. You've got some decent Gluttony though, right? Surely? You've got some Gluttony, you've got some Gluttony. I think just those two, but still. I don't know how good Sticky Muck really is gonna be then, but it's a thought that, does something. Counts, maybe? I don't know. I don't even know if the thought does count in this edition, so I'm not sure if that is an applicable statement. Gotta try and burst off here, though. That's nice. Bonk. Still really... Oh, yeah, I still haven't changed my announcers, huh? It's still just Heathcliff and Nelly. I've gotten so good at filtering them out. You've got no idea. Like, a comical amount of, like, filtering them out. I just hear their voices and I just don't acknowledge it at all. That's true for every announcer. I think some people, like, will complain about, like, announcers sometimes and how annoying they can be. It never really bothers me too much because I'm just really good at filtering them out, I suppose. Whoops, did not mean to defend there. I was trying to hit the button at the end. That's fine. I don't think he's defending against anything. Actually, he might be. I didn't see for sure. I think he's just doing a one-side defense, so he's not really doing much of anything this turn. And that is unfortunate. At least this guy killed one of his allies, although he gets some healing from that, but he gets Tremor Bursted from downpour if nothing else. That's good. I know Heathcliff gets to the stagger, actually. Cool. And so we should hopefully be able to finish a bunch of them off this turn. That's the hope. Nice. Whirlwind Gaming. It's not very much Whirlwind Gaming when he got hit last turn by the random counter. But it's still nice. Because it gets most of his coin power from not being hit last turn. No thank you. I'm just not going to bother. I could just take it and sell it later, but we'd have to put up with it for far too many fights. Okay. Med pack could be good. Or first aid kit. You know what I mean. It's the med kit as far as for the med pack, I guess is what I said. Which is accurate enough. Okay, more crabs. This time there's none of the scary big ones, though, so we should be fine. Not that we really had any trouble against the previous ones. Or I guess we did, but we really shouldn't have. Right? Deku, pretty good. Do some decent tremor damage, which is nice because of Green Sphere++. An attack that inflicts tremor a bunch of times is a lot of tremor. Effectively 12 more tremor per hit just scattered amongst the enemies. Which is nice. Half our team is... That'll be the main thing, right? Getting more skill 3s for Ishmael and Heathcliff at this point to get more Tremor Bursts to stack more fragility. If we can get Melty Eye, that would be optimal. Oh yeah, in case you didn't notice, I did actually level up these, before this point, all of my base units were level 30, except for Heathcliff, who had a level 40 because I was using him during Kanto 5. But I've leveled all these guys up to 40 for the sake of this video. The other 6 base IDs are only level 30 though, so if one of these guys dies and we need to get a substitution, they're not going to be faring very well. That's how it goes. Probably going to need to do a lot more leveling up, because Mirror Dungeon 4 Hard is probably going to have a level cap of 45, so we're going to need even more leveling at that point. For now, my main goal, I guess, is to get every identity to level 35-ish, maybe? You know, kind of work it up like 5 at a time, because every single ID I have, no matter what, is a baseline of 30, has been ever since Season 1. I've kind of been maintaining that. I probably want to increase that a little bit, but just the amount of tickets you get from Luxuations really does not feel like enough most of the time. You know? Sure, we'll do that. Take down the fruit, ideally. Get some Tremor Bursting on the roots. It is weird, I was thinking about this earlier today, I forget what the train of thought was, but it got to the point where I was thinking about how, like, I mean, technically Ebony Queen's Apple is a hand boss. You know, the classic trope of, you know, boss where you gotta attack at hands. At least mechanically, not really in appearance, because usually hand bosses have, you know, like, giant hands, like Yon or, a little bit fragile. We love Tremor. Of course, it's not actually that much, it's just... The fruit's actually got that much, though, so I kind of want to just go all in on the fruit for the bit. We probably shouldn't let us be attacked too much. Actually, you know what, let's do it. Sometimes you gotta make this, you gotta go for the stupid bits in order, you know, feel, you know, the joy of, you know... I'm just saying you know a lot, because I don't actually think I know. It's a good hit, though. I think you get some attacks off now before the rest of our attacks go off, so that's rude. We get Whirlwind, which is good, because it just cares about if you took damage last turn, doesn't care about this turn. And that's the only attack Ebony Queen got off. I think a couple of things were speed type with Honglu, so it's a little lucky he got to go before Ebony Queen's Apple's attacks, but that's fine. That's a tier 4, cool. I probably will just take that, though, shouldn't I? Because then I can sell it for a bunch of costs. This actually does, this effect doesn't help me at all, but these two not particularly. Fluorescent Lamp is nice, don't get me wrong. But this way I get, you know, I also get another E.G.O gift, it'll be nice. We can grab Ornamental Horseshoe, that'll work. And we can do some upgrading here. Probably the Nebulizer. Yeah. Get Nebulizer to ++, so it's now on Pride Resonance. Get Ornamental Horseshoe to ++. Yeah, ++, so for more poise count. No, everyone should basically keep poise count, like, neutral all the time. Barring, you know, sometimes in normal fights. But, like, we never get more than 3 crits in a single turn. Hopefully we can get some more stuff to build up our poise even further now. But we did upgrade Nebulizer, so we just need to get the Pride Resonances, which should be pretty doable. Skill 1, Skill 2, Skill 3, Skill 2, yeah. It can happen. We also do have 2 Pride base E.G.Os, so... Or 2 Pride E.G.Os on our team. I say base E.G.Os, but all our E.G.Os are base E.G.Os, so I don't think it really needs to be specified. I was just mentally thinking about how, you know, there's 4, you know, Pride base E.G.Os, so it's really not that wacky a thing to imagine that you've got a lot of Pride E.G.Os on a team with only base IDs and E.G.Os. You know, all you need is base IDs and E.G.Os. You don't need anything else. Ignore the fact that, like, to get to this point where I'm actually doing really well and getting the E.G.Os and stuff, it is very reliant on having a lot of Starlight stuff. And of course I've got everyone max leveled as far as the base E.G.Os and IDs go, so... Don't really know if that is exactly the best message you can get from this, but you can get that message, right? Follow your dreams. You don't need, you know, any sort of luck with the gacha. Okay, of course that's the point where the crab gets tails, that's fine. Rupture count for you. I don't know, a lot of the base IDs are, like, decent enough. I think, like, because I've had a couple friends play through, you know, Limbus lately, so I'm relatively, like, aware of, like, the issues of, like, a new player from just watching them play, right? I think, like, the main thing most of the time is just, please, just try and level up your unit. I can promise you, the issue isn't that you don't have a lot of good 3-stars, it's really usually that you just aren't on level, because that makes such a huge difference. And I understand that the grind can be annoying, it can take a lot of modules, you might need to spend some time just kind of, well, just saving up modules to get, you know, do a bunch of XP luxation, stuff like that. But it really is worth it. Now, of course, that being said, later fights, hard fights, absolutely use support units. Mainly just Ricardo and a lot of, like, the harder fights, if you don't have, like, a good Heathcliff in Kanto 6, right? Those ones it feels fairly necessary if you don't have a lot of good units. But that's part of the fun, right? Sometimes you need to get help from other people in order to actually get through bosses and stuff, you know? Borrow someone else's unit. Borrow, you know, Grip Sinclair, because, you know, who doesn't love Grip Sinclair?
E.G.Os 참전합니다.
Okay, some of these cakewalk guys. I don't really know how, like, I don't know how a gacha game could reasonably, like, work so that people that newly get into the game are going to be relatively fine. I think, like, I think getting more, like, pulls as a baseline probably would be good, right? Because you get those, like 20, like, cheaper pulls at the start, right? And you have some lunacy so you can do those. But, like, just making it so, like, when you first, like, play the game, you just get, like, an additional, like, 20 pulls or something just for free. Could definitely help out, I guess. Get more random stuff, and you can just give 20 pulls to everyone, but just don't, like, lock it behind, like, when you make an account, and maybe something like that would be nice. I don't know if that's smart balancing. I don't know if that really works, because once again, you are just kind of relying on luck to get, like, some decent stuff, but once again, you don't need decent stuff. I don't think I haven't watched, like, any, like, online Limbus, like, playthroughs. I've just watched my friends. But, like, there's one person who just kind of, on their first time going through the game, just stuck to, like, base and, like, 2-star IDs the entire time, just because that's, like, what they felt like doing, right? I don't remember the person, and I might just be completely wrong, because I haven't seen their stuff. I feel like I just looked at a couple of the episodes, and it's like, huh, that's a pretty cool thing to do. But, like, and it's very much manageable, right? That's just how I'm looking at it. And running only base IDs is a pretty good, like, excuse to just kind of talk about a lot of the basic stuff of the game, I guess. Which makes sense. Okay, we're losing some clashes to these guys. That's a little bit rough. Might be the point where I need to pull out some E.G.Os. Yeah, we lost half more clashes that turn. Alright. Alright. Yeah, this isn't looking very nice. Luckily, we do have, like, some evades and stuff that'll work well. We'll do that. You've got paralysis, so you're probably not gonna... Yeah, you're not gonna dodge that. Unfortunate. That also means that your E.G.O... But, I mean, your E.G.O probably still would have won the clash, most likely, but wouldn't have been the best thing to use. Oh, funny line. I actually don't know if I've used Body Sack in Daily Mirror Dungeon since the final part of Canto 6. I was trying to avoid the funny line for people who haven't seen it yet. Hopefully you've seen it by now. And I might also just be entirely wrong, but I've been trying to avoid using it. Kind of hard to avoid it here. And we're also using Ishmael's E.G.O here as well, so it's funny to see them back to back. Funny line changes. But the Body Sack line also changes, like, for, like, the third part of Canto 6 as well. Where he's like, I have to meet Kathy again, no matter what. Just wholesome. Heartwarming. Okay, nice tails. You get your Sandy up at least. That's the big issue with the E.G.O, of course. It's rude. Alright. Getting something like, the smoking pipe could also be really good for us, since we've always got poise. It would just be like probably just a +2 power to all of our attacks by baseline, because as long as you've got 5 poise count, which we pretty much always have. Base for Yoshi also is a poise unit, easy to forget because she's not very good at it. I mean, which is to be expected. Really none of the base identities are very good at their status effects, right? That's not their main purpose. If you need to use them on a status effect team, it's just because you need to, like, fulfill the quota to actually, get the, like, fusion gift off, right? Although it can be funny if you're trying to build, you know, like, the worst possible teams for stuff. Mainly Rupture, because there's so many IDs that have Rupture that really don't have good Rupture. Nice. God, I'm still just super excited. I guess, like, Friday we'll see what the 2-star is and if we get an E.G.O next week, and I'm super excited. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be goated. I don't know if anyone can do this, actually. This might have been a bad choice, yeah. I really knew no one would be able to do this. I kind of really shouldn't have gone for that, because now we gotta fight Headless Ichthys at minus 20 sanity on everyone. Not, well, 25 sanity, everyone, but everyone after losing 20 sanity. It isn't going to be very fun, because all these neutrals are going to be even more of neutrals. We can actually win clashes. I guess we gotta risk some of that sort of stuff. Sure. You can't clash anything? Cool. Can you clash anything? No, cool. You don't even have aggro on anything, do you? You really should. I brought you to up Typhoon for what? That's fine. We'll just need to do our best, I suppose. Some claps are gonna go through, some staggers are probably gonna go through. It's fine. We're favoring everything, which, you know, isn't the best odds, but we gotta get our sanity up somehow. Held my breath for that because it was looking a little dire. Oh, unfortunate. Enjoy your bind. Okay, you win that clash, so that's nice. Yeah, worst possible time to get the Broken Wings encounter, that's for sure. I should have just gone for the top option. It's just never worth it. And I really need to learn that. Like, even if I might have an idea that can pass it, like, it's a little bit of haste in exchange for potentially just losing a bunch of sanity on everyone, which is so annoying. Okay, right leg staggered, that's good. You got 3 bind and you rolled a 7 for speed, so it really didn't hit you that hard, that's nice. Can get the Pride Resonance this turn, potentially. Neutral, we love neutrals. You're struggling. I might just, like, chains of others with you, then. I don't know if I really want to, though, right? Maybe I should do it on the tail. I hate the tail. You can take a bad attack. We'll roll with that, yeah. I want to get the pride going, because that'll be important. So we get our poise continuing to build up. We'll body sack you. Sure. This'll work well enough, I think. Some bad clashes, but, you know, that's how it goes, right? Get some sinking on this guy to, you know, do like a net total of 1 damage. Roll the tails on body sack, that's fine. You get your, you know, haste and power up next turn, so that'll be cool. I think the body will probably just get staggered by downpour, if nothing else. If my... Yeah, definitely. Okay, that's cool. Okay, you get hit a fair bit too. You get staggered. Yeah. You take a bit of damage. That's alright. Luckily... Oh yeah, that was guaranteed to happen. Or almost guaranteed, so it's fine. That's fine, because you're not attacking too much this turn, but your attacks are in fact going for Ishmael, and we cannot redirect most of them, so that's cool. We can redirect one of them, I guess. That's nice. Merso can just take the one side. We should probably just go all into the body this turn while we can. Which one seems to do more damage? They're pretty similar. Should probably go for the pride one, because it's pride. I guess if that's the plan, we're gonna do this. We don't really need more poise. I just want to get the pride resonances right. Cool. Issue is, because of our awful damage output, and because downpour is triggering so much, we're staggering the enemies faster than we can actually, like, damage them. So they're just gonna kind of run out of stagger, like, bars really quickly, which kind of isn't optimal. Okay, that wasn't great. Wait. Oh, no, that's left leg. Okay. Body's not doing anything this turn. You're going for some random hit. Okay. You're just gonna snag Harpoon. Get some sanity up potentially. You can't really gain sanity here. That's fine. Stay neutral on sanity then. Close enough. And we'll also throw on the Tapathus Mathos just because we can. And then attack the body a bunch. Just because it could be really nice to get the body out of the way so that we don't have to worry about the blood laser in future turns, right? We managed to get around the first blood laser decently enough, I guess, so hopefully we can do that again.
여행엔 목적이 있었지.
Gun? Gun sword, I should say. Yeah, we're certainly doing damage. You know, it's really hard to underestimate how much, like, the constant, like, 40 to 60% more damage we're doing because of the bell is doing for us. Because, like, this is how much damage we've been doing with all this fragility, right? Like, it could have been so much worse if we didn't have that. Okay, we can pass the check, do a bunch of damage to the body. It might be enough to break the body, depending on how this turn goes. Struggling, yeah, checks out. Favored, we'll roll with that then. Neutral, we'll roll with that. Don't want to use too many egos now, after all. Okay, we've got some weak attacks, so we'll just throw them towards the body. That's something. We do love that base Gregor passive, though. Just slowly healing up Ishmael. Works well. We also don't know if that is a positive or a negative compulsion, do we? Because that was neutral. Was it neutral or was it favored? It might have been favored. Because the thing about, So what I know about compulsion is the fact that whenever it says there's a neutral chance of, winning a clash, that means somewhere between 30% and 70% chance to win the clash, right? That's, like, the range of neutral. However, if it's, like, say, like, if it's a 49% chance of success, Ishmael still loses the power, right? Even though it still says neutral. Alright. I don't think I've ever failed this check before. What is this? Whoa! I've genuinely never seen this skill before. Interesting. Good job, Ishmael. Or, not Ishmael. Oh god, that's a high roll. Oh, okay. We don't actually have any of the high-rolling E.G.Os on this team, do we? Oh no, Force with Flames is decent. Okay. That should work. It's a neutral, because your sanity... No, it's... Neutral because of the difference in... Oh god. It's bad. I've never seen this skill before. What's our highest rolling E.G.O? I do think our highest rolling E.G.O... Yeah, it is Force for the Flames, so we gotta rely on this chance. God. Okay, let's see if we can do some damage to the body as well in the meantime. That would be really nice if we could just take it down. I should have just... I was too busy speaking, and I just didn't think enough, I guess. I don't know, Just hit you a bunch, honestly. He's just gonna take so much damage from the tail, that's fine. I really just want to break the body. Okay, good. Well, I guess we get to live another day without actually seeing the E.G.O in action, huh? That's good. I was really looking forward to just doing that, like, solid, huge chunk of damage to the body there, but, didn't let us. Okay, we do break the body, though. E.G.O takes a lot of damage, that's fine. Yeah, stagger on him, that's okay. He'll live. We're fine. Down goes the body. Wangu got staggered. Please don't tell me anyone else got staggered by destroying the body. When you destroy the body, it does 20 damage to everyone, which can be really bad because you can just get some random staggers off because of that. Like on Honglu, but he's fine. We actually can't redirect, like, almost... We can't redirect too much this turn. Luckily, the staggered people aren't being targeted at all, so that's fine. Brush stroke should be good. Kneeling Fist might win a clash. Nope. Cool. Chains of Others time it is. We just need to like pull the band-aid and just use a bunch of E.G.Os, I think. As much as I probably don't want to, right? Clash you. Clash you. Can you win that clash? No, you cannot. Cool. More bright E.G.Os it is. Let's go. You see, this is what I was talking about. That was a neutral, and we lost because of compulsion. We got a -2 on a neutral, because it was technically slightly below favorite odds. Slightly below 50% odds of success. So then Ishmael just gives up, because she's a quitter. Okay. Very close, but we managed to pull through, that's nice. It is funny how we probably would have lost that if we didn't have the... You probably would have lost that if we didn't have the Pride Resonance, huh? Funny to think about. That is a lot of attack power down on Mercer next turn. The price for his funny ego. You are almost dead, though. Staggered. We'll just probably have to redirect you. Which part's got the most fragility? Four on everything. Okay, cool. Can we do we cannot do 250 damage reasonably in a single turn. As sad as a thing as that is to say, I know it is very much true. Oh, you're gonna get hit a bunch, that's fine. You clash that, you clash that. Heathcliff might die here, actually. Wouldn't be good. Yeah. Yeah. Oh no, that's a... Okay, I thought he was clashing at the tail. No, that's good then. The tail definitely would have been a death. And I think Mercer's being hit by the tail this turn. Okay, solid damage. Okay, cool. 2 tails in a row at 35 sanity. Deku, he's trying his best, okay? And we gotta commend that. Luckily the tail is weakened, so it's not doing very much to Mercer here. Alright. And now you die. The speed! I just realized I don't know if you do necessarily die. Okay. You don't kill in one hit, unfortunately, so we're going to need to clash here. Which really is not fun. I don't really want to spam E.G.Os, but I really need to just spam E.G.Os. Okay, you two can clash. You should win yours. That's neutral, actually. That's not great. Okay, cool. Just roll with it. Okay, come on, Otis. Please just kill. Do 50 damage and you do. Excellent. What a mess of a fight. I didn't even know Headless Ichthys had like a 5... I didn't see how much target mass tech that is. Oh, and there's Piece of Relationship. Alright, 50% more HP on enemies. That's worth it. It's very much worth it. And we get something else here too, so we can grab Tomorrow's Fortune or Standard Duty Battery. Decisions. We'll do it Tomorrow's Fortune. It's early enough. Okay, well, we got rewarded for, our suffering with a really good E.G.O gift. Unfortunately, we cannot upgrade it until before the very final boss. So that's not good. Okay, we can get Homeward. That's great. Homeward, another skill 3 for you. Heal up everyone. Reroll, see if we get anything good. I'll take Perversion. Yeah, sure. More resources is such a good thing for us. And we'll just have to see if things go forwards. Homeward will mean we'll just be healing up a decent bit as long as we can get through fights without taking too much damage, right? We're also going to be losing a lot of clashes from here on out, though, and really, our main motto should be if we see a neutral or worse on someone who isn't particularly tanky, aka anyone except for Mercer, we should probably just E.G.O. Or we can try dodging too, right? For people with dodges, that also works really well, because evasion is super good mirrored on the 3 hard. Okay. And this looks good. Nice. Doing good damage on these guys. It's a normal enough fight, so it makes sense that we're doing fine. Cool. We love that Dawn passive too, just staring, giving her the more pierce damage. Okay, you should probably just dodge there. I think someone else will probably be able to stagger that guy. Yeah. Probably. I didn't see for sure, but I saw someone was targeting that guy and assumed they're faster than him. Yeah, it's all down to Mercer to stagger him. Cool. So, we didn't even need to bother dodging. Or, well, we didn't want to bother dodging so we didn't have to clash, but the dodge part wasn't... We need to dodge the attack, but the dodge still helped us. That's what I'm trying to say here.
새롭다니까요. 아름답진 않네. 아름답진 않네.
And there's a victory. Okay. And the illusion of free choice. It's actually not... Top option is the best choice because we get two things afterwards, but it's still a funny thing to say. This is nice for us. I'm not gonna take risks with, Okay, I gotta go for something a little... Actually, no. You only need one. Cool. Heathcliff to the rescue. After that awful, Headless Ichthys thing, I don't really feel like taking risks too much. We'll fight Pick Tulip. Shouldn't be too bad.
E.O.T.S. 참전합니다.
자자, 대열 정비하고 식기들은 윤이 날 정도로 잘 갈렸는지 다시 확인하고 복장은 구김 없는
That'll do a lot of damage. Who are you going for? Mersa? Cool. Mersa, punch that guy. Mersa, kill that guy. Yes, manager. I will kill that guy. With relative ease. He can handle that with relative ease. Yeah, these guys shouldn't be too big of an issue. That's a nice instant stagger there, without even needing to bother with the tremor stuff, which makes sense because it's super weak to it. This guy is weak to Pride and Slash, so, if it wasn't for that Tails, Otis would have done so much damage there. But, because of that Tails, she didn't even stagger, so, good job, Otis. That's fine. These guys are mostly getting staggered anyways from the constant downpouring, I think, so I'm not too concerned. Next turn, we'll just do a bunch of damage, see what we need to do. Yeah, half of them are staggered, cool. Clash with you three, then you three will be on execution duty, I guess? Something like that, maybe? We'll see. Get that nebulizer boost again. We love poise. Nice. We're doing good damage. That's the part that counts, right? And the Nailing Fist is an additional 2 fragile next turn, which is really the main thing, it feels like. Most important part of what we have going on there. Up speed. Where are you even targeting? Honglu. And we'll go for neutral. It's not a very strong attack, so I'm fine with that. And she doesn't have compulsion this time around, so that won't get in the way. I'm worried about it now, but I really don't need to be worried about it. Still doing decently enough. Sometimes sometimes you lose clashes, sometimes, you lose clashes, right? As they say. In the clash losing biz. Okay, that doesn't actually kill, but it's close enough. It might kill. We might have some random thing that makes it do a little bit more damage than the game says we're gonna do. And I'm willing to risk that. Like, it's gonna live on, what, 2? Like, that's fine if so. Or you could just get a Tails and not kill anyone. You wouldn't kill if you got heads because of the crit. That's the thing. That's the random thing that would have made the difference. Okay. But no, she got the Tails instead. Cool. You just rolled 2 Tails on Whirlwind. You're so lucky that you were fine there. God. It would have been abysmal. Sure. Do a bit of that, I guess, and that'll work well enough. Kill the gluttony guy with the one-sided, so we don't have to worry about clashing. Upheaval definitely kills here, nice. And then there's just one left who Honglu's going for a neutral. That's fine. Hong will take some damage. Mercer should be able to finish with the one-sided Deku. Yep, there we go. Good job. Ooh, lithograph, absolutely. That is more healing, and we love healing. Portrait, we can sell this. Cool. We do technically have sinking because of you, I guess, and your ego, but it's not worth building around a team like this, right? Some status effects, I mean, it's interesting because some status effects you can build with, like, any team, even a team that barely focusing on it. Some status effects you really need to lean all in onto something, though. Mainly Rupture Sinking. Just because they're the ones where the count is, it's super hard to maintain their counts, and you kind of need to focus on it a lot when you want to actually do it. That's the main thing, right? Because every single hit reduces the count, so if you don't have a lot of things that make it so you increase the count, aka having identities that focus on that status effect, it's just a rough situation. Stuff like Poise is super easy to throw into any team because the ego gifts are super good for it. I guess Charge is decent to throw on any team if you get certain ego gifts, but like, yeah. Even then, you only get a benefit from that with other certain ego gifts, right? Only if you've got, like, you know, one of the random ego gifts that gives you buffs for having Charge, right? One of those three. Which is something, I guess. I don't know. Charge is also something I don't think I've done, like, just a normal Charge run in months. It's been a while. We're gonna get more Charge units sometime later this season, so that's the next time I'll probably touch Charge. No, I might touch it. I might touch it again sometime sooner, right? It's possible. In case you're wondering, I keep on tabbing out to look at something because I'm chatting in the Kylotl Discord, you know, linked in the description if you're not in it. Why am I doing that while recording? Why not? And then we just got to finish the job. And Whirlwind, does it kill? Not quite. Cool. 6 HP. One of our random attacks will go for that guy and finish him off, so that should be good. And there we go, cool. These guys are so tanky and just vaguely annoying. That'll work. Okay, was there anything else on this floor? There might have been one more node, or was it the end? One more node, one more fight, and then we get to fight the boss of this floor. Which could be something bad, or maybe it'll be something fine. I guess we'll see. Okay, we'll go for the Deku. Because, I mean, once again, whenever you see a neutral on Merso, like, oh no, is he gonna take some damage? He's fine. He's the tank for a reason. If he dies, like, he probably had it coming, right? Nice. And I kind of like base Merso. I know he's, like, very much not bad. He's kind of endearing to me, though. The thing about him, though, just kind of beating people to death with his fists, you know, tremoring all over the place. 4-coin skill 3 is pretty funny, even if it rolls pretty bad. It's still nice, and also, you know, I like Tremor a lot. I've had a bias for Tremor since, like, the very beginning. Ever since it was really bad, because it was funny how bad it was back then. That's pretty good, that's for sure. In a very weird sense, though, right? Tremor's one of those aspects that's always going to be super weird because of how fight-dependent it is. Similar to sinking, right? Like, it very much depends on the fight. Sometimes Tremor is awful because, like, sometimes staggering an enemy won't help you too much. If you stagger them soon, they're just out of stagger bar, and now you just gotta fight them without being able to stagger them, right?
아름답진 않네.
Or I was thinking, you know, is against Abnos, it's just, you know, gloom-flavored rupture, but against bosses, it's either a lifesaver for, you know, getting their sanity down, making them super easy to just clash with, like for most Canto 6 bosses, or, you know, surprise, random negative coin enemy, like Kim, die. Can go either way. Okay, Pierce Gloom, so you know KQE, Fox Centipede. Which normally none of them would be too bad, but okay, it's KQE. He's not gonna be bad. If I actually struggle against KQE, that would be so funny though. I kind of hope it happens because of how funny it would be. Okay, you're gonna take some damage, which is unfortunate. Stop the plus coin drop one though. We cannot redirect anything here though. Which makes me definitely consider getting some bind on you if you're going to continue being like this, but I think it's just kind of like a random, like, chance. Yeah, he's probably not going to be super fast again. What are the odds? I'll just go for the shield bash. Well, we have it, right? We can snag Harpoon for bind if we genuinely start having issues on that front, but shouldn't be too bad. Okay, you lose the clash and E.G.O with you, that's fine. I kind of had a feeling, but that's okay. But yeah, no, speaking of bosses where we might stagger them too quickly and be in a really rough spot, this guy's got one stagger bar in the middle of his HP. It's usually pretty easy to stagger him pretty quickly. We cannot do enough damage to kill him after that point. So yeah, this might end up being a bit of an issue. Okay, getting the skill 2 of Immersive is super nice though, just getting, you know, you're at 8 fragile this turn, that's pretty good. How's your stagger bar looking? Okay, it doesn't move too much yet. Which makes sense, you've only got one body part, like... You did also roll 5 with speed again, yeah. I mean, I should have seen it coming, honestly. Kind of silly of me to not see it coming. I mean, it was obvious. We want to try this? Yeah, we'll try that. Oh, just need to redirect that with you. This'll work, yeah. Dominated, favored. We're going for the snag harpoon because we want to keep on. We want to snag harpoon as much as possible to keep on getting the tremor bursts off, I think. Because the tremor burst is just a free 20% additional damage this turn and next turn. So important for our awful damage output. Especially once, you know... We're definitely going to have to break the heart of the city. It's been a while since I've had to actually bother with the heart of the city. Even like in Luxcavations, it usually dies too fast for me to see it. So that'll be something if it actually does happen. Okay, and you want the Clash this time around, so that's good. There is the stagger as well. Okay, cool. A bit rough, but we'll have to just make the most of it this turn. Yeah, 6 fragile. We can get another Tram Burst off with you, so that's good. To get a bunch of damage to get dealt this turn. Backlash probably more because of resistances. Body Sack is probably more than your skill 1. Trying to guess. Nailing Fist, sure. Downward Cleave. We'll roll with that. We didn't need to, but I figured might as well. Tails, alright. That's okay. You get more fragile off, that's what matters. And you get the crit, of course, because I assume our crit chances are close to being like max on everyone at this point, right? I guess not that close. Yeah. We're getting there, though. It's like 50% for most people. And we do break the body here, so that's nice. And if I'm not mistaken, if you... Is it staggering him second turn or third turn that just puts him into like a fugue state next turn? I don't think that's the right word whatsoever. He just goes immobilized, right? Don't think it's like the immobilized status effect, but... Yeah, like this, cool. And you're looking a little silly, buddy. Not looking too hot. Oh, I should also be forced to flaming because that's also too fragile next turn. Which, once again, pretty cool. Although we really don't need it here because we got 3 turn bursts coming this guy's way. I'll roll with that. Maybe I should have, Maybe I should change the other. It's just so you weaken next turn. I guess the fact that we did break your body does mean you're going to be basically staggered for the rest of the fight. No, do you recover your body? He might. I don't remember. Once again, there's so many things that you normally do not see because this guy really does not live very long most of the time. Right.
방금 좀 똑똑했다. 옛날에 조직에서 싸울 때도 눈에 바로 적을 다 밀어버리는 놈이 있었지. 그래.
Okay, you got-
결국 서 있는
huh?
놈이 이기는 거라니까.
You got staggered
잘 들어.
again?
아픈 거 생각하지 말고 저 새끼 죽은 다음만 생각해.
You just did you have like a hidden below zero like stagger threshold or something? Or you know what? I'll take it though, because it's made this fight super easy. You've really not gotten very many attacks off. We're also building up bleed on you. We're building up bleed on you with the nail, aren't we? I think it's the only thing we have on this entire team with bleed on it, right? It's just the nail.
아름답진 않네.
Well, cool. I was more worried about the fight than I really had any reason to be. But this floor is gonna be real bad. Oh, there's Thrill. But exchange for Headstrong, a little scary. What do I want here? Everything is really bad. Not gonna lie. I'll take Commemorative Coin, though. And then we get Melty Eyeball. Cool. That offense level down is gonna be a huge help if we can just spam, stuff turn 1. Also, something I remembered that I want to do is to sell Glimpse of Flames. Because we only got it to sell it in the first place. So what else do we want? Painkiller, we're gonna get staggered. That's actually gonna be pretty solid, isn't it? Carmilla... It's not gonna matter for the boss. We need to get through this floor, though, which is gonna be an issue. I don't know how good that's gonna be. Do more damage to staggered enemies should be pretty nice for us. Merso, more skill 2s? Sure. Might be a bad idea. Late Bloomer Set 2 isn't bad. Expression might not be bad. Grand Welcome, absolutely. It's a little late for it, but it'll still help us out. Do we want Wound Clear? We could sell something for it. Steak is funny, but it's not actually helpful for us. We need to sell something else, though. What else is kind of not going to be worth it at this point? Oh, right, Headless Portrait, yeah. There we go. We'll grab Wound Clear, potentially consider upgrading it. How are we doing on Wrath skills? Have you got, like, Ishmael skill 2, is it? I don't know, we don't actually have a lot of Wrath skills. Wound Clear will not help us very much. Because we don't have any bleed skills, as mentioned earlier. Ooh. That's the contract. That'll help us out a bunch on the boss. Blunt risk encounter, or I'll take this. I don't want to get railroaded into a Pierce risk encounter, so the more options we get in the node after this, the better. Okay, yeah, you've got Wrath with your skill 2, you've got Wrath with your skill 1. I think that's all we have for Wrath, though, but, so maybe Wound Clear benefit? Unlikely, but it's something, I guess, right? We got some neutrals, that's cool. I'm willing to roll with some neutrals, even if it's not going to be, like, the best chances. Who do we have that can deal with the bottom left? Bottom left is going to be rough, isn't it? Might try we should probably just E.G.O it, right? Just, like, body sack you? Yeah, I think that'll be worth it. I'll roll that, cool. These guys do have a lot of HP at this point, because, you know, floor 5 moment. Instant stagger with piercing thrust, though, is really nice, and we get to use it again to do even more damage. Just stagger that one instantly. I think that's the guy we were body sacking, so, you know, that wasn't necessary, but we didn't know that beforehand, right? Still cool, though. It means we're in a good spot already, which is nice. Neutral here. We win them, though. Nice. And then dual strike this guy. Cool. 2 of them are staggered. 2 of them are probably close to being staggered at this point. Yeah. We've got some strong attacks to use on them. That cool. Might just focus down these 2 then, honestly. I like the idea of that. Normally, I don't care too much about focusing down the staggered people, but I think in this situation, very much worth it. Very much. Because the next turn we just gotta focus on the ones in the back then. Okay, we're double shield bashing the top right guy, so he's already about to die. That's cool.
예사롭지가 않은데?
Nice.
작살을 내놨어. 그래, 결국 마지막까지 서 있는 놈이
And
이기는
then
거야.
we just got to go
잘 들어.
all out and that.
다른 거 생각하지
Yeah.
말고 저 새끼
All out and
죽이는
bottom
거
right.
생각해.
'Cause top right should die.
명령대로
And then we'll have to deal with the second turn. That should be fine.
아름답진 않네.
Or the second wave. Once, because we got Nebulizer plus, we will actually gain, or Nebulizer Plus, I think is the one that does it. We will gain even more poise, so we should have everyone almost at guaranteed poise by that point, which is cool.
좋은 전략.
Haven't really been focusing on the Pride Resonance too much.
하나
Yeah, Nemesis
눕히면
triggers again.
이렇게 눕혀가다 보면
Cool.
끝나는 게 싸움인 거지.
Fresh stroke should do decently. You're the issue? Yeah. Another body sack is probably warranted. Think so, at least. Neutrals. That's dominating. Who are you going for? Hung Lu? I might just E.G.O, yeah. That'll work. We'll try that.
해보기는 할게요. 안 되면
Should work out well. Ooh,
잠시만요.
some tying here. Oh, we lose those. That's fine. You got tails, so we didn't do too much damage. That was still, what? 13 damage or something? That's not a lot. We'll live. Another body sack. We don't even have great envy buildup on this team, so body sack really isn't the most spammable one. But it's just like such a great ego to spam, right? What is best for our team? He's got a lot of pride, and I don't know what else we've got a lot of.
그거
I don't know. Obviously Otis would be pretty good because that's pride and lust. We got a decent chunk of lust. Do we?
환상의 세계로.
I feel like we do, yeah. Yeah, decent enough. What, like skill 2? Skill 3, skill 2? Oh, we lose brushstroke. Unfortunate. That's some damage on Ryoshu then. 2 tails, so that's fine. How are these guys looking? You're the only one who isn't staggered. Cool.
지난번처럼 제대로 잠들지 못하게 하면 안 돼.
You went for Otis? We'll do have Otis dodge, honestly, yeah. Roll with that. See how much damage we can do to these guys. I don't really think we've got enough damage. We don't have a lot of super strong stuff this turn, so I don't know if we necessarily kill any of them. Top left is dead, though. That's cool. I think we doubled up top left, right?
아름답진
Well, paint doubled up either way, so... Doesn't matter whether or not we did or not. Oh, no, we didn't. So actually, the commemorative coin did great. Okay, you didn't quite dodge it. You got staggered. Maybe I should have just E.G.O'd. Should have taken my own advice. I know.
아이씨, 좀 피하면서 하라니까. 야,
Okay, this is fine, though.
정신 차릴 때까지 앞에서 시선 좀 끌어줘야겠어.
Because we can just do a little bit of shenanigans, and that should finish the job. Who are you going for? Oh, Mersa. Cool. That's fine. We'll do this, and we'll just kill a bunch of one-sideds. Oh, this goes first. That's fine. Merso blocks the Pride Resistance, or Pride Resistance helps a lot. And then all we're doing on the top right guy is brush stroking, which is going to do a lot of damage. Yeah, not quite enough to kill, but
우리가 우세하게
enough that
하니까.
this turn, you do in fact die. There we go, cool.
꺼내먹으면서 싸우라는 얘기는 아니었는데.
좋은 전략입니다.
How many more nodes are there on this floor? I still don't actually know, like, the node number for each floor. I just kind of still just run off of vibes. I mean, we should probably just take this because we don't have charge, right? Ooh, event, nice. Citizen of Metropolaris. We're gonna lose a bunch of sanity for this. Okay. I tried backing out, and, you still lose sanity if you back out.
참전합니다.
I don't know what happens if you just choose the top option in the first place, by the way. I just always go bottom to top, because that's how you get the E.G.O gift. I realized that it wouldn't help us that much, so I was like, actually, maybe this other option will not cost us all 20 sanity or whatever it is. And, yeah. We all saw how that turned out. Pretty good, I'd say. We don't have a lot of our good clash winning attacks this turn, it seems. We've got Whirlwind, but that's like it. Okay. You know what that means. It's E.G.O turn. We'll have you with your E.G.O, I think. Throw in some random one-sided as well. You, one-sided you, then do like this. This, sure.
예술이 뭔지 보여주지.
Oh, we actually trigger prejudice, that's cool. Oh, we actually lose with whirlwind, that's cooler. Means they're taking a lot of damage. Yeah, stagger and Honglu, that's fine. Sometimes that's how it goes, right?
내가 찾은 나만의 항해 방식. 내가 찾은 나만의 항해 방식.
Nice.
이런 건 몽둥이가 약이지. 두드려 패.
Body stack? We love spamming E.G.Os. There's like what there's at least one more node after this fight. Probably more than just one if I had to guess.
적들이 싫어하는 음식이 뭐야?
I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to, you know, have the unfortunate fate of having to go for like a
예사롭지가 않은데?
bad fight.
박살을 내놨어.
We're probably gonna be forced into like a Pierce fight either way or something, right? Something like that. It would check out. We've been doing too well so far. Like, other than like the rough Headless Ichthys, like, we've been mostly fine this run. Also, whoever gets the final boss really might change that as well, you know?
적들이 치명상을 입은 상태네.
Okay,
자, 다들
you're
발에다 붙이고
fine.
저들이 편하게 잠들 수 있도록 침대
Backslash should do a
머리카락이
lot of damage, so we'll do that there. Smackdown should do decent damage. We'll have you kill this guy though, yeah. That'll work. Deku might just kill you. Okay, that's cool. We'll try that then, sure.
가보죠.
Backslash will do a lot. Smackdown kills. Splatter kills.
아름답진 않네.
And then Shield Bash is just, you know, clashing. Get you back to max sanity, which will be nice. You get staggered anyways, you're getting hit again. You do resist Gloom, so you know our actual output is, you know, limited to some degree. But Deku will kill at all heads, I think. Maybe not even necessarily all heads, but like the crits helped, right?
적들이 치명상을
Just you left,
입은
cool.
상태네.
We'll go for all of our weakest attacks then, aka just full bottom row, just so we'll be ready for the second wave.
휴대볼을 깔아주자고.
명령대로 하겠습니다.
We do get the Pride Resonance there, so that's nice.
쉽네.
Cool.
하나 눕혔네. 이렇게 눕혀가다 보면
Alright.
어느새 끝나게
What's the
싸우고.
play here? Splatter will be nice damage. I'd like to do on someone like that and then redirect it. Okay. I think this is how this is going to break down. Once again, bunch of E.G.Os. We're still doing great on resources though, so that's fine. What I wanted to redirect? Probably was, yeah. Something like that. Okay, cool.
예술이 뭔지 보여주지.
Piercing Thrust goes twice, should be nice. Do some decent damage to someone else too, like that guy, cool. No one's weak to Pierce, because it is kind of odd how, like, of the Pacatula, of the 6 types we know of, only one of them is weak to Pierce. There's 3 weak to Blunt, 2 weak to Slash, and only 1 weak to Pierce. Because the Gloom one's the only one weak to Pierce. Gluttony and Lust are weak to Slash, while the other 3 are all weak to Blunt. It's definitely very odd how, like, unbalanced it is, because all the actual Sin affinity, like, resistances are fairly, like, well-balanced. Like, there's, like, 2...
세계로 들어가 보자.
There's, like, an average of, like, each Sin has, like... Because every Sin... every Pectool has 2 Sin resistances, 2 Sin weaknesses, right? They always resist the type they are of and some other random one, and they're always weak to 2 random ones. And it's fairly balanced. Like, there's not one specific Sin affinity that's super good against, like, a lot of the Pectool, I don't think. Once again, because we still don't have any envies, like, we don't know for sure how that would fully, like, work out, right?
지금이야말로 꿈밤을 보여줄 시간이네. 지난번처럼
So that's a little unfortunate, but, it happens, right?
취할 수 있게 해주자고.
I'll try this.
예술이 뭔지
I don't know how many of these guys we kill. Hopefully a decent bit, but I'm fine either way. I think, if nothing else, there's going to be a lot of ones super weak. The Shield Bash doubling up on someone is also going to be nice. Yeah, just kill that guy. I think that was the guy Heathcliff was going for, which is nice if I'm right about that. I've already forgotten, so I don't know for sure, but that's yeah, it was cool. That's nice, because I don't think anyone else was going for the one Heathcliff was targeting, so that's good. 10 HP on you, 34 HP on you.
그래.
It's fairly weak just on everyone. You actually bleed out. Cool.
거라니까. 잘 들어. 아픈 거 생각하지 말고 저 새끼 죽은
That's all we need to do there.
공격이 더 매서워지거든.
Do a little bit of this shenanigans. Cool. That should kill them all.
쉽네.
Doing the thing where I just redirect with slower people so we can get a bunch of random one-sideds off. To just finish the job. Okay. Commemorative coin did not help out there, that's fine. And there we go, cool. Another longest fight. This is the longest Mirror Dungeon 3 hard run I've had in a while, but also it's because I'm running base IPs, right? Without, you know, a theme to the team beyond just running base. Yeah, this is the final fight. Oh, I don't really feel like going for the risky, so I'm just going to go for the normal slash. It's probably just going to be bugs or something, right? Okay. Ting Tang guy and some mariachi guys. That's not Ting Tang, that's Tai Cube, you know what I mean. Let's start with T's. It's an easy mistake to make, I think. Probably. Well, either way, it's... We're going with the fairly... I think I was not getting enough tails. The guy who was clutching it didn't get 2 tails a single time. Always got at least 1 heads, and that just led to Otis's downfall. She needed him to get both tails.
되찾을 거다.
Okay, not quite a stagger, so that's good. Yeah, because it's a normal fight, not a focus encounter, we just gotta just use an E.G.O whenever it's a neutral or worse, and then roll that. Probably should E.G.O whenever there's a favor, too. We've only got base E.G.Os anyway, so we don't lose a lot of sanity for any of our E.G.Os. Because it's 10 sanity for everyone per base E.G.O, except for Hong Lu, who's technically a 0-cost E.G.O. And even if we do have negative 45 sanity, here's like the beautiful thing. We don't have any other E.G.Os equipped. We can't corrode. We'll just lose a turn. We won't even do any damage to our allies. One of those things that is fairly nice about having no E.G.Os, because E.G.Os can very much be a downside if you're, you know, mismanaging your sinners, or if you're having, you know, like a bad blubbering toad fight or something, right? Anything where you lose a lot of sanity. Oh god. I haven't thought about that. I could get Dreaming Current, or Dream Devouring Silt Current. Same thing. I mixed their names up because it's current. Dream Current. You could say Dream Current, and it could apply to either of them.
쉽네.
Really, Dreaming Current applies to both of them, because Dream Devouring, if you just remove, like, the Devour and the Silt, it's the same thing. Not that there's really much reason to do that, but it's just me rambling. It happens. Okay, second wave time.
이렇게 눕혀가다 보면
Okay, struggling there, neutral there. E.G.O with you. Although, of course, the issue with only having 1 E.G.O as each thing is, in normal fights, whenever you've got 2 skill slots in everyone, or on anyone, if anyone has 2 less than ideal clashes, you can only E.G.O in one of the slots, so you have to either defend with the other or take the worst chances. You also can't overclock, which means, you know, you can't go for, you just have a lot less variety of options when you only have base E.G.Os.
거의 칼로 물베기 아니야?
I really think, like,
않는 정도는 아니긴 한데.
because another thing is, I feel like people, there should be, like, 1 free, like, non-base E.G.O you get, right? I don't know who would get it. I feel like something like 4th Match Flame Yi-Song would be, like, a good, like, thing to just have given it for free, though, right? Because, like, similar, like, She-Ishmael, because getting an E.G.O for free that actually lets us see what, like, corrosion is and what, like, overclocking is and all that sort of stuff in the tutorial probably would help a lot of people out, I think, right? Because it mentions them, but you can't actually, like, do any, like, corroding or overclocking because you only have base E.G.Os, right? They could have cooked up, like, something random to give to one of the random sinners. I don't know. Then that sinner might, you know, be on a lot of people's, like, starting teams. But that's as if, like, Blade Lineage G-Song wasn't so commonly used as a star because it was a random 3-star everyone got for free for a time.
저것들 너덜너덜하잖아.
Even if he wasn't, like, great by, like, our standards and, like, a little bit, although he is super good with Up Die 4. But, you know, everyone started out with him, which makes him fairly well liked. Well, everyone used to. Everyone who started within the first, what, month, was it? Something like that. And, I guess it's that, no, that's what fourth match lane Ryoshi would have been had we reached, like, the goal on the website, huh? Like, the amount, like, the pre-registration, quote-unquote, award that was just based on how many people were subscribed to Project Moon's YouTube and following them on Twitter. Then I guess we would have just gotten fourth match lane Ryoshi for free had we reached, like, the 400,000 or whatever it was, which really was not going to happen, but, you know, PM can dream. I respect the dream. Okay, a lot of stuff that really doesn't do too much for us. A lot of stuff to sell here. A lot of stuff that just kind of doesn't do much at this point, you know, like the stuff that gives us resources. Homeward is nice, I guess, but doesn't really matter. Yes, that's right. Okay, we can buy some stuff. Cool. Otis, get another skill 3, absolutely. 4-leaf clover, sure thing. Illusory hunt, absolutely. We'll grab fluorescent lamp too. Okay, let's roll with that. Enhanced gifts, because we want to get this to ++, which is why I saved so much. Blood, sweat, and tears. We'll also get that to ++, and that's all we can do. That's fine. Maybe I should have saved up for a heal, but that'll be fine. Okay, this is Fey Lantern, isn't it? Oh boy. Might be rough with only base stuff. Oh, we should be able to do enough damage though, right? Yeah, we'll be fine. We've got strong enough attacks, right? You've got, how much HP does you two have? Only 200. Yeah, this is fine. Alright, we gotta select with you. Merso is gonna be the slowest almost always, so that's nice. He wouldn't be doing a lot of damage here anyways, so works for me. Sure, double up on the slide, because why not? Cool. Funny animation plays. Still really cool that we see this. And now the funny stuff starts. What is, do we need to stagger you this turn? Is that it? I don't know if we can stagger you this turn, just being completely honest. We also cannot win clashes here. Unless we just spam E.G.Os, so that may be the way to go. Like, I think the best plan is just to one-side you a bunch, but I don't think we can do enough damage to stagger you, right? Maybe. I guess it's worth a shot. You know what? Once again, this is never a very smart move. I guess we'll clash with, you know, the E.G.Os, but... like, these 3 attacks, we'll just let them go through, right? Yeah. Why not? Clashing them seems bad. Let's just not clash them. Simple as that. We're clashing the Maztecs, though. Because we can. Snaggerpoon will go twice as well, which is really nice for us, because that is just 4 fragile this turn and next turn. Although you go back into the ground next turn, we don't stagger you this turn, so we'll have to see how that goes. Either way, 4 fragile this turn will help a lot. Bonk. Cool. Everyone's got a good bit of poise as well, that's cool. Body sack, shove this guy into its sack. Or that's not what you say. I'm just instinctively saying that because I'm so used to the old quote still. Yeah, get Kathy back. Yeah, this is the way to get Kathy back, by beating up this random tree you found in the forest. Okay, we have to rely on Ryoshi's damage a lot here. And I was kind of expecting that, but that was enough. Nice. Cool. Now we can just do a bunch of damage. That's nice. Shield Bash will get to go twice again. That's good. Deku. Splatter. Sure. Roll with this. Next turn, the fairy comes back up, though. Which is going to be unfortunate, because... it's going to be rude. That's fine. You're also at 10 fragility this turn, so we're doing a lot of damage with our attacks. We don't have anything too insane, but we've got a lot of good stuff going on here, so that's good. Deku should be doing decently. I guess not if you get tails, but it does good damage because it's 4 hits against an enemy that's got so much fragile, right? Yeah, we almost broke the body there.
왜다 죽상인데 이상 펴. 어디 초상이라도 났나?
What's up with the grimace? Oh, we actually are super close to staggering you because of the downpour already. That's cool. That's funny.
좋은 전략이네요.
We'll stagger you if nothing else.
기다려.
No, we do in fact just kill you. That's cool. Wasn't necessarily thinking it was going to be the most likely thing, but no, we sure did just do it. And yeah, we should be pretty set. Because you're like a tip away from being staggered. Unless we... No, you still are. Cool.
서 있는 놈이 이기는 거라니까.
Mass attack. Cool. We do not care, though. We've only got weak baby attacks this turn, but weak baby attacks are all we need this turn. And there's the stagger. Double up on the loggerheads, not that it really does much of anything for us.
좋아.
It's a fairly weak attack, and it's not a Trimverse, so it's kind of lame. Maybe we should have Snagger Poon for the bit. But that's fine, because we can just kill this guy next turn. Simple as that, easy enough fight.
그래, 결국 마지막까지 서 있는 놈이 이기는 거라니까.
Really? This really feels like Fey Lantern should have been a floor 4 boss, and Sign of Roses should have been here. Although Sign of Roses with this team probably would have been awful, because we don't have mass attacks to spam.
들이 싫어하는 음식.
Well, that's how it goes. Either way, that's a victory. And really, other than the Headless Ichthys fight, pretty clean run.
관리자님의 99% 명령과
Otis did the most damage. That checks out. Just 500 damage. Jeez. Ishmael did the least. That makes sense. She was mainly there for the... Most of these two didn't... All 3 of these guys were here for the tremoring mainly. You did more better damage than the rest, though. But yeah, this is kind of what I expected as far as damage up. But I kind of expected Heath to do a little better. But I think I underestimate Hong Lu. Because his skill 3 is so good. For a base ID, that is. Don't claim rewards yet, because I need to wait till next week. That would have been disastrous had I hit that button.
나이프와 포크를
Give me my
확실하게
module.
갈아줄 수 있-
And let me do my daily extractions. See how this goes. Not getting much of anything, but that's fine. I've got some lunacy for next week. I'm gonna mention that every single, like, day for this next week that I don't have enough pulls, and that I'm concerned, and that is because I do not have pulls and I am concerned. You guys know how my first wall purchase went, it was awful. But history, how likely that it repeat itself? But anyways, yeah, base IDs are all you need. Base E.G.Os, it's all you need. They work well enough. Ignore the fact that I had so much going for me otherwise, but yeah. Anyways, that'll be all for this time. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!